Hello and welcome to a new episode of Mobile Video Editing. In this episode, you will be creating two transitions. First is the spiral transition. As you watch, notice that as the second clip transitions in a spiral motion, the clip is being displayed at its original size across the entire transition. The second transition is the spiral zoom-in transition. It is based on the spiral transition we just saw, but this time the second clip starts at 13% of its original size and grows up to its full size by the end of the transition. The position of the clip in each frame is based on trigonometrical calculations. Be assured that knowledge of trigonometry is not required in order to implement the transitions shown in this video. I will include a detailed explanation of the calculations at the end of the tutorial. The duration of both transitions is 30 frames, which is 1 second for a 30 frames per second project. The list of positions X and Y, as well as the size for each frame, is included in the description of this video and looks like this. For the first transition, the spiral transition, the size of the video doesn't change. So you will be looking only at the position X and position Y data for each frame, and you will be ignoring the size information. You will need to manually create a keyframe for each of the 30 positions in the list. This takes about 5 minutes, but the good news is that once done, it can be saved as a motion preset and be reused. So let's get started. Open a new project in LumaFusion and add a video to the main track. Use a video that is exactly 1 second long. Edit the video and go to frame and fit, size and position. Make sure you are at the beginning of the video and start entering keyframes for each of the positions in the list as shown. Keep entering the data until the 30 keyframes are entered. Once done, the result will look like this. Save the transition as a motion preset, so it can be reused without having to enter the keyframes again. I named mine Spiral 2. Now, in order to create the second transition, Spiral Zoom In, let's modify the transition you just created so the motion starts with the second clip being at 13% of its original size and grows to its full size as it spirals. Go to each one of the 30 keyframes you just created and add the size information in the list as shown. Once done, the result will look like this. Save the transition as a motion preset so it can be reused without having to enter the keyframes again. I called mine Spiral Zoom In. Now let's give it a try. I'm starting with a new project that has already 3 videos. The first one is 5 seconds long, and the other 2 are 9 seconds long each. As you may remember, the transition is 30 frames long, which is equivalent to 1 second. This transition looks better, at least in my opinion, when it moves slower, so let's apply it to a 3 seconds clip. LumaFusion will distribute the keyframes evenly over the 3 seconds length of the clip, making the spiral motion slower. The second clip starts at the 5 second mark, so it should be split 3 seconds later, at the 8 seconds mark, as shown in the video. The third clip starts at the 14 seconds mark, so it should be split at the 17 seconds mark, as shown in the video as well. Now move the first part of each of the 2 videos you just split to the track above, on top of the ending of the previous video as shown. Edit each of the 2 videos you just moved to the top track. For each one of them, go to frame and fit and apply the spiral zoom in preset you saved earlier. Let's check the result. You can adjust and change this transition in many creative ways. For example, you could add chroma key to the mix and create this. I would love to hear back from you. If you've used this transition, share it by adding a link to your video in the comment section. So that's it for the actual transition. Now let's talk about the calculation of the data in the list. As I mentioned before, the spiral motion is based on trigonometry. It uses the principle of looping an angle from 0 to 2 pi radians to plot a circle. The radius of the circle decreases with each point to make it a spiral instead of a circle. For the calculations, I created a spreadsheet with several columns. Here's how the spreadsheet looks like. First, it has one column for the frame number, 30 frames in total from 0 to 29. The second column, B, contains the angle, looping from 0 to 2 pi radians evenly divided by 30. Column C contains the radius, starting from 200 and decreasing. The next column, column D, calculates position X based on the radius given in column C and cosine of the angle given in column B. Column E calculates position Y based on the radius given in column C and sine of the angle given in column B. Finally, the size in column F goes from 13% up to 100%. So this is it for this episode. Please feel free to leave a comment, share your ideas, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.